What's up, guys? So for today's video, we're gonna draw the one and only Gogeta. First, we of course start off with a circle. Next, we're gonna establish the angle. That's the neck. The ear is gonna be in the middle of the head since he's gonna be looking directly to his right side. From the ear, we're gonna angle off, and that's gonna kind of lead us into his hairline. The ear is gonna be right there in the middle of his neck. So from the top of the hairline, we're actually going to establish the angle of the face, which is going to be he's going to be looking pretty much sideways. From the bottom of the earlobe, you see we draw the jaw. Now that we've established the angle of the face, we're going to go ahead and fill in the details. First the forehead, then the nose, and then we'll go ahead and draw the mouth. The nose is going to be a bit of a pain. For the forehead, make sure you angle in a little bit before the nose. That's going to be the indent for the eyes. And directly coming from the nose, we're going to go to the top of the lip, then fill in the bottom lip, and from there the chin. This should all cover half of that circle, or the original circle we started from. Next, let's go ahead and fill in the eyes. So the eyebrows are going to be curved. They're never going to be a straight line. But the eyes themselves are always going to form a triangle, with the side and the bottom being a hard triangle and the top being a curve due to the eyebrows. Now, you'll notice I'm taking my time here because when you're fixing the face, you want to make sure you get every detail down. There's no point in the rest of the sketch if you don't get the face down and it doesn't look like who you're trying to draw in the first place. So we'll speed things up a little bit once I get to the hair or the larger body parts like the shoulders and the back. But for now, let's just focus on every detail. You'll notice, for example, this is starting to look a lot like Vegeta, which just shows you how much of his character goes into Gogeta. But once we add the hair, he'll start looking a lot more like who we're trying to draw. But actually, I'm a little surprised how closely his facial features resemble Vegeta. So you notice we're starting to add some more details to the face here. These lines are going to add to the stern expression on his face. The lines under his eyes are actually just a Dragon Ball Z thing. I think pretty much every character has those. It's part of the animation style. You'll notice I had to redo the nose a couple times. Just take your time with that. The last thing you want to mess up is the nose. We'll start cleaning things up here a little bit. So of course, make sure the first time you go over the face, it's going to be a soft drawing, so don't draw any hard lines. And if you saw this video skip over there, that's because I ran out of storage on my iPhone. So that's actually going to happen throughout the video. I had to redo or take this thing in 5 different sections because I kept running out of storage. So now we're going to do the hairline, and it's just going to go from the back of the ear to the neck. There's going to be the front of the neck right there. And now I'm going to draw the line that we're going to use for his shoulders and his back. So with this angle, he's looking directly to his side. This is the collar that goes with his jacket. So for now, it's just going to be a simple line. We're just going to try to fit it in, and we'll add the details later. And I don't know what to call these. It's part of his outfit. I guess I don't want to say shoulder pads, but I really don't know what to call it, honestly. Yeah, we'll just go with shoulder pads. So just fit it in right now, and again, we'll put in the details later, along with his muscles and the rest of his shoulders and his arms. We'll add that in later. Right now, just the outline is fine. And that's gonna be his back of his neck. Clean that up. All right, so we're gonna speed things up a little bit now because we're actually done with the facial features. So that was the hard part. The rest of it's going to be pretty easy, so you don't really need to see me do it in slow motion. Um, for the hair, honestly, I'm actually just going off of a still image here, so it's extremely easy for me to just put down whatever I see. So if I was doing this from memory, it's probably not going to look anywhere near as good as this. It might still look like Gogeta, but this is actually a really high quality image compared to what I'm capable of if I'm just doing it off memory. I'd really have to, if you can do this off memory, a picture like this, then honestly, you should probably be working for some sort of animation company. I don't even know if anyone other than the original artist can fit in all these details the right way. And sorry if I skipped over some of the tutorial there. Again, I had some issues with my video, but that extra strand of hair that goes over his head, his bangs, that's pretty much his defining feature. So sorry I skipped over that, but just yeah, it's actually not that hard. I'm sure that you'll be able to get that down just looking at it. So the overall shape of his hair is kind of forms a cone that goes up. It kind of gives you a good guideline how to shape his hair, and like most Super Saiyan forms, it just kind of chunks off from there. I've always been a bigger fan of Gogeta than Vegito, to be honest with you. I think it's debatable. I like the Pataras on Vegito, but Gogeta just, I don't know, they seem to give him the better lines. If you watch the animation at all, I don't know if anyone here is actually a Dragon Ball Z fan or just an anime fan watching this, but yeah, I like the outfit too. The outfit kind of adds to it. Vegito, I like his earrings, but they did not do him much justice with his outfits, to be honest with you. Alright, so now I'm going to start using a hard pencil to start to define the lines a little bit more. Now, as you're going through this, don't get discouraged if there's any one thing that you're having trouble getting down just right. You don't want to suck the fun out of this drawing experience for yourself. When it comes to the face, yeah, you should pretty much not compromise, because you want it to look like the character you're trying to draw. But as far as the hair, the clothing, the muscles, you do have a certain amount of creative leeway to do whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to look exactly like the still image that you're trying to copy off of. Or if you're doing this from memory, just draw the figure as best you can, and you know, the only thing you really need to go back and look at it at a still image for a reference maybe is the face. That's it. You still want the character to look like, you know, what you're trying to draw, but besides that, you know, don't suck the fun out of your drawing experience just because there's one piece of hair or, you know, one part of the clothing that you just can't seem to get right. The angle of the face is a perfect example. Now, in this drawing, what I'm doing, he's actually looking directly to his right, so there's not really much concern with the angle. I'm not trying to draw the far side of his face. You see what I'm saying? So this is a very simple drawing, which is why I chose it as my first example, my first tutorial. But in other cases, and you'll see in my future tutorials, that I will see some of the far side, and the angle might not be exactly what I want it to be. It might be off by 10 degrees or 20 degrees. I might show a little bit more detail from the other side than I wanted to. I might have him looking a little bit more in this direction than that direction, but it doesn't matter, man. You don't really need to get this down 100%. You know, you're not a copy machine. You're just doing this for fun, and as long as the drawing looks good at the end of the day, that's what matters. So just don't stress out over small things like that. We're moving into the final phase of the drawing here, and after I go over everything with a hard pencil, that's when we're gonna start cleaning things up a little bit. It's not a good idea to clean up while you're still in the soft pencil phase, because you're gonna accidentally, erase the lines that you didn't mean to erase. After we're done cleaning up, the only thing left to do now is gonna be the shade. So we're going to add some shade to the hair, the face, and the clothes. Just add some texture and some dimension to our sketch. But there's really not much for me to say there. I'm gonna have two layers, a dark layer and a light layer for most of the sketch. But you can just watch the video and follow along if you like. I don't really need to explain too much about the shading. And that is going to be the final step. So this is the first video that I'm making, and hopefully the first of many more. This is actually the first sketch that I've drawn in about 12 years. It's been a long time since I've drawn anything at all, and just out of the blue I decided, hey, why don't I just open a learn how to draw section on YouTube to make some tutorials for anyone who's interested. And if there's anything you liked about the video, please let me know in the comments section. If there's anything you didn't like, also let me know. If you just want me to shut up and play some music in the background, I'm more than happy to do that as well. I just figured you'd like for me to walk you through some of the steps, especially in the beginning portion of the sketch. But I can even talk in the beginning and shut up in the second half. It's everything's up for consideration, so just let me know your thoughts below. And if there's anything that you'd like to see drawn within Dragon Ball Z or from any other anime, please write down any suggestions you have. And at this point I'll probably just draw the first comment. Whoever leaves the first suggestion, I'll go ahead and draw that, and then we'll just go from there. I'm not even sure what I'm going to draw for my next video, but yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll just shut up now and let you watch the rest of the video in peace.
It's not a game, it's a rich